We start with an update on the Thursday night windstorm. That's right, this was last Thursday night. Now, more than 3 days after it blew through Wichita, some residents still don't have electricity this morning.
They've lost some food now, and they're trying not to lose their patience, which is difficult. KAKE's Jordan Shefty is live with the new details, searching for areas which might still have problems.
Yeah, Mike and Jamel, I am here at El Mexico Cafe. It's right near Pawnee and Seneca, where we received some reports that power poles were down on the building. Well, as you can see here behind me, the power poles are new and the old ones are right here in a pile. Looks like they are going to have power here today, but of others across Wichita can't say the same. James Shield and his neighbors in the 200 block of South Nevada were still without power last night, more than 3 days after Thursday's severe storm knocked electricity out. On the other side of the street, power had already been restored.
I don't know if it's the entire side of the street, but the other side of the street definitely has power, and we don't. Myself and my neighbors on both sides, north and south of me.
The Thursday night storm was powerful enough to push power poles down onto buildings. One Mexican restaurant here on South Seneca did have to close for a couple of days. Now Westar wants any customers still without power to report those outages to 1-800-LIGHT-KS. Again, 1-800-LIGHT-KS if you could pass that on to those without power, since they obviously will not be seeing this broadcast. That would be appreciated. Reporting live, Jordan Shefty, KAKE News.
Good day, everyone. The power struggle continues for many across Wichita this midday, with electricity, that is.
It's been 4 days now since the windstorm tore through Wichita, bringing down tree limbs and in turn power lines. But this midday, hundreds remain still without power. KAKE's Jordan Shefty is live with an update. Jordan.
Yeah, Mike and Jamel, the last that we heard from Westar is that there are still about 600 customers within Central County who are still without electricity. Now that number's gone down, but still quite a few who are battling with the heat and the lack of electricity for the past 4 days now. Now, I'm here at Huron, right near Pawnee, and residents on this street tell me that they didn't have power up until Saturday. Then Saturday, they got power in just a few rooms. One room will have power, one room won't. They say that it's leaving them frustrated, and a number of others as well. Again, today marks 4 days since that windstorm came through the area, making for a hot and frustrating weekend for thousands. But for West Wichita resident Teresa Matlock, the loss of power has been more than frustrating. It became dangerous for her health. She and her husband are both insulin dependent. With the electricity outage, the food and her insulin in the refrigerator went bad. They also were not able to do breathing treatments that they usually have 4 times a day.
We were told they were sorry for our inconvenience, but it got beyond being an inconvenience toward it was now a danger. You know, and we're not the only one. There's mostly older people who live in this neighborhood, and we have a gentleman on oxygen.
Teresa's power did come back on at about 4:30 yesterday afternoon, but she will now have to pay almost $300 to replace her insulin. Now, Westar has said that they do expect to have all power returned by sometime today. For those who are still without it, I'm sure that time cannot come soon enough. If you are still without electricity, Westar is asking you to call 1-800-LIGHT-KS to report your outage. Reporting live, Jordan Shefty, KAKE News.
Good evening, everyone. After 4 days, the lights coming back on in many homes now here in Wichita.
In fact, we just checked with Westar Energy. Currently, there are less than 250 customers without power in Sedgwick County. The return of power, as you can imagine, has been a big relief in many homes in more ways than one. KAKE's Jordan Shefty has details in today's big story.
People on this side of the street, they have power, but those over here are still waiting for it to be completely restored. For some, it's proving not to just be frustrating, but also causing health problems.
It hasn't been fun in this heat.
Patients running low Monday among those still without power. It's been 4 days since the windstorm swept through the area, bringing down tree limbs and in turn power lines.
I didn't expect it to take this long. However, I knew it might because of all the people that had outages.
For residents in the 2100 block of Hiram, just a portion of their power returned Saturday.
Yeah, it's bizarre. Only half of the house is working. There's certain outlets in the house work, but a lot of the big appliances, the outside air conditioner, the stove, washer and dryer, none of that seems to be working.
Clyde Terrell also lives on that block. Since he's on oxygen, he's feeling fortunate to at least have some power restored.
I think Channel 10 got her power back for us.
It was Sunday afternoon before the lights came on for Teresa Lock.
It was hot. It was frustrating.
But more than that, she and her husband are insulin dependent, and without a refrigerator, their supply went bad.
We were told they were sorry for our inconvenience, but it got beyond being an inconvenience to where it was now a danger.
Now, the plan is to have power completely restored by tonight. If you are still experiencing an outage, you are asked to call 1-800-LIGHT-KS. Reporting in South Wichita, Jordan Shefty, Cake News.